I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to go to Papa Jesus.
Yeah, that's where we're going. Back in your lives, in your ears, and in your face. Welcome to another episode of Papa G's House. It is good to be back. As you can see, I am not in my usual spot. And that is also a reason why we've been running late. We've been working on a plan B setup today because the show must go on. I've been doing some renovations and getting my hardwood floors refurbished and replaced and all that kind of jazz. And it has led to us doing a makeshift episode in my living room because we don't want to skip a show. So I hope you guys can appreciate that. But it's good to be here. It's good to, it feels weird not even doing it from like where I'm used to. It's like I feel a little out of sorts, and we ran late and all that kind of jazz, but stoked. And if you are new, my name is Gareth. I'm your host of Papa G's House podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. If you're live on YouTube right now, do us a favor and hit subscribe down in the bottom right hand corner or whatever. And also click the notification bell if you want updates on when the episodes go live and whatnot. But every Thursday, 7 p.m. or around 7 p.m., we will be going live with Papa G's House. No matter what, no matter renovations, no matter what is going on, we will make shit happen. So we are here. We are live. We are looking forward to this fine episode. The man in the chat, the man is now on the desk in a makeshift desk drinking straight Jack Daniels. Art, what is happening, my brother?
Fucking hell, what stress this was.
You know what? And we were like, no, let's do this. The show must go on. We're not gonna skip a week. We've been going strong, and now all of a sudden, all the shit hits the fan at the last minute. Unfortunately for you in the live chat, you're not gonna have your
yes, we're not gonna have we won't be able to have the chats up. We literally had minus 3 minutes to set it up.
Yeah, and you know what? There's some things that you just need to sacrifice when it comes to putting out a makeshift episode. We got as far as we could. So if
I'll be checking on the comments and I'll shout them out.
You're gonna feed them through to me.
I'll feed them through us. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. That's awesome. So keep the comments coming. Thank you for listening to the show. I really enjoyed when everybody comments and does the thing. But yeah. Papa G's House episode 82. We've got a cool guest this evening. Someone that I've kind of grown up with in the local scene. Someone who we kind of like hid shoulder to shoulder kind of vibe. Because I was new, he was kind of new, but knew a lot of old guys in the scene, and has just made his way through the scene as an absolute powerhouse doing. M4A, MC duties to fronting the band Rhakshah, coming on the podcast as his alter ego. That was and that was a super fun time when he was Mr. Howard. But we've got the original Nathan McClure joining us in just a couple of minutes. But dude, it's been a crazy week. I feel exhausted. I don't even know what fucking time it is. It's Papa G time, baby. That's all I know.
A few updates with the channel.
Yeah,
there's one thing that like that Muzak jazz intro that we had over the.
Oh yes, the French dude.
Yeah, I built that music from GarageBand.
Yeah.
Now, GarageBand has got all these built-in samples that you can use. Some French dick decided to make an entire CD using just GarageBand samples. He released it through CD Baby. Now, if anyone uses any of those samples, you get copyright strike from this bastard.
So now our elevator music has been blocked.
I mean, like, dude, how can you do that? How can you, like, copyright for yourself.
Well, you did send me his response in French in Google Translate to say that you can use any of the samples and make them into viable tracks, and then all of a sudden that sample gets blocked.
Yeah, exactly. And then he goes, well, you can contest, or you can contest the strike. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that every fucking video.
Well, the thing is, you know what the difference is when it comes to like contesting copyright claims and stuff. If you lose, you get a copyright strike, and then you only get 3 of those per channel. So if you get 3 strikes, you're out.
I did win one though.
Since when did YouTube start using baseball as a reference? 3 strikes and you're out.
I think that's just an American thing.
Yeah. Fucking
But
Americans.
but the one thing,
Jokes. No offense to Americans.
I
love America.
uploaded a. Nathan is commenting in the backup, but he's on mute, so he can talk when he wants.
Yeah, I dig it.
No. I uploaded a live video recording from a Pantera show, and some guy in South America was trying to copyright it, and I got a strike, and then I contested it, and they said it was denied, and then I did it again, and then the claim was removed, and it's all good. So I won one.
Hey, but that's risky business, dude.
Yeah.
It is. That's something that I don't want to even look at. If I get a strike, I just trim the video, whatever. But no, not a strike, a claim.
Yeah.
But dude, once again, the machine, Lewis Hamilton won in Portugal this weekend. What the fuck, dude? The guy's a machine. He literally is a machine.
He was more of a machine this race than the last one, because the last one he was quite lucky with that safety car. Because he crashed out sort of, and he managed to get back in, but there was a safety car and he managed to catch his way up front again. But this race, yeah, man, you can't take anything away from that
qualifying
guy.
time was like nobody could even get near it. I think it was like 1.5 seconds faster than everybody else.
Yeah, you literally couldn't take it away from the guy. I mean, like I said before, I don't like him because he wins all the time, but it's not taking anything away from his skill. He is literally the best driver on that track.
Yeah, but listen, also at the end of the day, he's a lot older than the guys, and he's going to retire, and someone else is going to have their day. But
36 years old.
Exactly, but he still looks like a baby.
Yeah.
Still looks like a baby. You know what? That's stem cells and hard work, baby.
Stem cell research.
Motherfuckers on stem cells.
Okay, we got a couple of comments here. Just a
what's
few
happening?
ones. Julian's in the chat. Nicholas Ferris is in the chat. Jesse Kuhn is in the chat. Christian Bronkhorst is in the chat. Ollie's in the chat.
Lord Boo.
And Ollie just said straight up, chill.
Chill, bruh. Chill.
Yeah, Mr. Howard, Ahush Machanas, that's from Nicholas. And Nicholas, howdy, my dude. Yeah, so they seem to be talking between themselves. And
Sick.
Where's Nate?
Okay, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to chat to a good mate of mine, someone who's currently relocated and spending his time in Johannesburg, enjoying his time doing weird and wonderful things. And this is the reason why we're chatting to this evening. We're going to find out and update everybody on what's happening with Mr. Nathan McClure, of everything from Rhakshah to Middle for Africa to everything. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nathan McClure.
Yay.
Oh my God, look at that background, bro. I love it. Hey.
I'm just going to down my Jack Daniels now.
How's it going, my dude?
Hey.
Oh, we can hear you. What the hell? Yay.
Wow. Okay, so now the podcast starts now, right? Okay.
All right. How's this? Okay. Let's get rid of that. Back in your lives, in your ears, and in your face. Welcome to episode 82 with Nathan McClure of Rhakshah, Mother for Africa, and everything else. Blah, blah, blah. You guys are cool. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit subscribe to the Papa G's house and then follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Papa G's house. Blah, blah, blah. Yes.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Okay, now we're back.
There we go. Fucking hell. We are ready. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Nathan McClure, it's good to see you. My nose hairs are as long as your hair. It's good to see you. How has Joburg been treating you, bro? Nobody could hear a fucking word you could say earlier.
Art is now like man in the middle.
The funny thing is, dude, like, fuck it, since I'm on here. The funny thing is, the audio settings were the same as when they weren't going out. So I don't know what's happening.
Better keep in contact with those chats.
It's
bro.
literally it happens to me wherever I go, whether it's my
hear
stream,
him.
Battle for Africa stream, my Twitch.
It's crazy, bro.
I come on your podcast and fucks up audio.
You bring
cursed.
a bad omen. You
Yeah.
bring a bad omen. What the fuck?
I
But
don't know,
anyway,
dude.
listen, just give those guys a shout out who let us know the whole
Yeah,
time.
guys, thank you so much.
Shout out to Ollie.
Yeah, Jared, Christian, but now we got from Christian Broncos says we can hear him in all caps.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Cheers.
Again, sorry for the production
Where's-
quality.
All right.
Gee,
Yeah.
where's
Listen,
your toppy? Where is it?
you guys have to understand that this is a makeshift episode. You heard the
Can't
intro.
see my
This is
drink
it.
because the fucking...
I can't see your drink because it's currently my face. Are you drinking my face right now, dude?
Hell yeah, dude.
But dude, okay, let's start this again. Thank you so much for joining the show. I'm super stoked to have you here. It's been a while since we chatted. The last time we chatted, Mr. Howard was the subject of the conversation, and but it's good to have you and Mr. Nathan McClure. Lots to talk about, dude. Thank you for being so patient, waiting, going through all the technical issues. But how has Joburg been treating you since you've been there?
Joburg, Joe's Vegas, Hate
Joe's
City.
Vegas.
Joe Hoburg.
Let's go.
So I know you probably couldn't hear it earlier, but whatever. I'm gonna just repeat everything
Please.
I said. There are shows here. Sorry, Cape Town.
Yeah.
Okay, like jokes aside,
Yeah.
it's been really refreshing. I needed a new start. I'd been in Cape Town too long, and I just felt like a necessary change of scenery was definitely necessary for everything, creatively, professionally, personally, whatever.
For sure.
So, I got a call from one of my best friends from high school days, who happens to be the drummer in a
Sunken
little
State.
band called Sunken State. Yeah, you may have heard of them. They are. Oh, by the way, shout out to Sunken State. Go
Shout
check
out
out
Sunken State. Yeah, they just
check out
released
their
a
new
new
single.
Yeah,
Separation Has Begun. That shit is fire.
it's a banger. It's a
so
banger.
good. It's so good. That album, I think, drops early June. They're probably the best band I've heard come out of this country in the last 5-6 years. It's really just quality shit. Anyway, where was I? Right, Joburg. So Joburg has been good to me, as well as, it gave me the whole put you through your paces thing first. So I arrive here, I get COVID. I'm not going to over exaggerate. I didn't die.
But you nearly died. Was it rough?
No, not really. I was in quarantine for 2 weeks. I think the only bad thing that came out of that was because Pete and I lived together, he had to quarantine with me.
Oh shit.
His birthday was in November. I caught it in November, and he spent his crown birthday with me playing games inside the flat for like 2 weeks.
Okay, well, I mean that's not bad. It sounded like you were propping it up to be like you guys like suffered hard.
No, we didn't suffer. I think it was actually necessary to have that break, but yeah, it was fun. But having COVID sucked. I lost my nose, I lost my mouth. And by that, I mean the senses. I didn't physically lose
for sure.
them.
I was about to say, did you find them again?
Yeah, well,
I'm joking, bro.
anyway, so that was a fun time, right? Then what else has been happening? Yeah, I did the Summerfest stream from here, which was a fucking challenge. Similar technical difficulties to what you guys just experienced, except on a more of a. Okay, it wasn't as bad as Winterfest. Winterfest was terrible. Like, I was under so much stress.
It wasn't as bad as you think, though, but because you were so close to it, it seems bad.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But like how art was stressing earlier, like, when that pressure is on and you got to be online and, everything audio is like fucking out. Yeah, don't give me that face, you fuck. I was feeling that like hardcore, like really, really hardcore. And I didn't know if I was capable of doing another one. So I thought about it and I was like, well, why the hell don't I just get more experience just doing streaming by myself?
For sure.
So I started Natured Club, which was a poor attempt at me trying to be an online streamer, but finding the time and the resource for that has been taxing, especially lately with work. And
Yeah,
stuff
but I
like
mean,
that.
you're sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, Nate, but you're also one of those guys. If you think of something, you'll take it to the next level. Like you did a 24-hour stream for the first
That was
thing.
dumb.
Like, I mean, come on, bro. I remember you sitting there, you were standing, you're pacing up, eating pizza up and down, going, I'm so fucking tired. I don't know if I can carry on with this.
It was bad,
crazy.
man. Like I don't think I'll ever do a 24-hour stream ever again unless it's for charity.
Yeah, well, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
yeah, it would
it's
have to be a
rough.
fucking like a charity that I support and not somebody else's like weird vibe. Like, hey, why don't you support this? I'm like, no, there are children starving in Africa. You know, that kind of shit. But yeah, besides the point. So, you know, that was the one experience, and the other experience, and then the third experience was something happened in this area where there was a leakage at a refinery or some shit. And there was almost like, I think, what was it? Hydrogen sulfide?
Yeah.
Hydrogen sulfide, yeah. And it was everywhere in this area from here to fucking Four Ways. And I'm in Ramberg. And you could smell it. It was like palpable in the area. Like, and I inhaled a lot of that because it was coming into the flat. And since then, it's like sort of altered my senses. Like a lot of things I used to enjoy, I can't enjoy anymore because it smells and tastes like chemicals. It's the weirdest thing. I went to the doc. The doc couldn't diagnose me. He didn't know what the fuck. And I'm like, well, I guess this is me now. So like onions, toothpaste, peanut butter, certain coffees, certain instant coffees. I can't do it anymore. Just, okay, toothpaste, you kind of have to, but you know, you grit that, but
like, what do you mean? Like,
it's foul almost.
What?
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden, all of these different tastes, you all of a sudden can't stand them.
I don't know. Yeah, basically, I don't know if.
Did you end up joining coriander though?
Gareth, we're gonna fight.
No, I'm only joking. I know you don't
so
like
bleak.
coriander. Yeah, I love that shit. I mean, toothpaste, bro.
Toothpaste, bro. If you gotta,
That's something that you have to have every day.
Unfortunately, but
crazy.
like Listerine still works. So like I've been saving grace on that. But yeah, like toothpaste is definitely like.
That's so weird, man.
It is
so
kind of weird. I think it had something to do, or perhaps it could have been like an offset side effect of COVID. I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe.
Who knows?
But I recovered. Pete, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I loathe the fact that he didn't get it. He got tested twice. He was with me in a contained apartment for 2 weeks, and he didn't get it. I'm like, you fuck.
Yeah, that's actually what that's something that's happened quite a bit actually, where like a husband, a wife, or a girlfriend, or boyfriend will get it, and they'll be in close proximity with their partner, and the partner won't get it.
It's crazy how some people are completely asymptomatic or just completely immune. Like, yeah, I mean, and the COVID test is horrible. Like,
I don't mind some of him sticking a thing up my nose. It can't be too bad.
So there's 3. And you can only think of how many orifices that one thing can go.
Do they do a suppository test for COVID?
I think the 3rd level of test is the suppository. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Is that
I think
real?
so. I saw it.
Like
I don't know.
test.
I cannot confirm, but so Pete had the nose and the mouth. I just had the nose. Like
okay.
So
that's not too bad.
Yeah, but apparently the mouth is a lot worse. So
okay, all right.
I don't know. Anyway, so on to more positive topics.
Yeah, of course.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm just interested, dude, because I'm. It's just one of those things. It's the times we live in. It's you hear strange stories every single day. But in terms of let's talk about. Before we go anywheres, what's happening with Rhakshah, dude? What is the situation there? Ooh, I see the eyes go big.
So Rhakshah broke my heart a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. And no, it wasn't.
Are we gonna get like some juicy details now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm all ears.
Let's go. So a lot of people know this, but a lot of the guys in the original Rhakshah were seasoned guys. They were guys that have been in bands before. They've been doing this a long time before rock was even a thing. The reason I recruited them is for their passion and for their experience. And I was done playing games. I didn't want any more. I got fucked around for like 4 or 5 years, and these guys were solid. And 4 years go past, you've released an album, you've played a butt ton of shows, you've done festivals, and then you want to keep the train moving. And a lot of them were just like, they didn't have the time resource. They needed to focus on careers. You know, underground metal band in South Africa is not necessarily a career path. So it was very, very unfortunate that they all just left one after each other. I mean, first we had Jono and Tariq. They wanted to like sort of put their instruments down for an extended period of time, or at least from playing shows and being in like a fully active band all the time. So that happened. Then, you know, there was a delay in process with songwriting and stuff like that because there just wasn't time being made for it. So discussions were had, ultimatums were given. It was either we're doing this or we're not doing this. And the rest of the band essentially just dissolved under the premise of they need to focus on career stuff and they need to focus on life. So there's really no point in holding on to something by a thread, you know? So naturally,
well, you kind of did the same thing by my moving to Joburg, you know, like it's kind of, and then it becomes a little bit more difficult. Guys like sending riffs back and forth, you know, I don't know. It's just like, it's been hard for anybody in a band. I mean, for instance, I've got my first band practice tomorrow with Ill System. The last time we even were in the same room together was in March last year for Ramfest.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, and that was the last time all 4 of us were in the same room together. Luckily, Ramon, over lockdown, built a studio.
Oh, awesome.
It's finally finished, and now we're all checking our gear off, and now we don't have to pay for all that kind of shit, like for rehearsal space. We don't get charged for it, you know. So
I might give you guys a call.
Dude, it's I must say, I mean, listen, we haven't had our first practice, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it's looking good. And you know what, we've never had a spot where it's dedicated. Like we rock up, we don't have to take our gear and set it up. It's already there, set up. So like Ramon's like totally taken that sacrifice and be like, that's our band room, blah blah blah. If you don't have that, it can be kind of difficult, especially in these times, you know. And
absolutely,
you know, you took it upon yourself to move over to Joburg just for a change, a fresh vibe. Most of the guys are based in Cape Town, so I can kind of like understand the evolution of the whole situation. But in saying that as well, it looks like you've really settled nicely there. You've met a great bunch of dudes. You've probably got some projects that we're going to talk about coming up. So yeah, dude. On, you know, at the same time, Rhakshah was a great, you know, I know personally your struggles joining and getting Rhakshah together.
Yeah.
I know that firsthand, because when we were doing the whole Build Your Scene vibe, we used to talk about it all the time. We even used to bump heads at events and shit like that. So I understand how passionate you are about it, but you know, Rhakshah was the first one. It's not going to be the last.
So Rhakshah's not dead.
Okay.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, one of the members is in the chat right now. Maybe 2 of them.
Ollie Sagerson.
Ollie, OG, Swaggy, fucking...
Swags.
Swaggy, McShredderson, fucking Ollie is... so he's now lead guitar. Another person in the chat, if he's still in the chat, Nick, you better be in the chat, Nick. Just kidding. Nick Ferris, he's doing majority of the bulk of the songwriting between him and Ollie and myself and Kat. And Kat is now joined full time. She is, I suppose you could say she's OG, because like she was at most of the shows that we played with the original lineup, and she did the feature on Solemn, but now it's more of she's on all of them now.
Cool. I like the fact that you guys got the the big powerful vocals, chorus, clean, especially female vocals. That was a real nice like additive to it. So I think I was super stoked about that.
I think the best compliment that the band ever received was at the launch back in April 2019. Rick Shields watched the intro, which was like a bit of a production story where I had Nicole Potgieter on keys playing a whole variety of different classics leading into the intro of the actual album. And just the vibe that brought, that little bit of extra sauce, I think really went a long way in winning over, the hearts of everybody like that was in that room that night. And there's that now, and there's more. I've got a lot more ideas of what we can do on a larger scale in terms of production. So it's not just a metal band anymore. It's like a production, like almost like a cinematic thing.
Yeah.
Obviously with the character building and the Rhakshah or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know. But
Mr. McClure.
Mr. Howard.
Dude, that was so much fun, by the way. Like, we laugh about it today, but that was a seriously special.
You were so uncomfortable.
Me? I wasn't uncomfortable. I was fine. I was playing with that shit.
I still remember, like, I was watching it back, and I was thinking to myself, shit, did I spin Gareth here? Did he just not know what the fuck?
Well, I would ask you questions, and I would get these most left field answers. I'd be like, okay, I don't know how to segue from that.
Just completely fucking throw you into the road. Sorry.
I must just say that Nicholas Ferris says, "I'm here, you schmuck."
There we go.
Love you
Nick,
too, my boy.
Nick, thank you so much for joining the show. And listen, if anybody's listening,
yes,
and they haven't subscribed, please do us a favor. We haven't had a nice influx of subscribers in a while. Hopefully, Mr. McClure will bring some
subscribers. Would be nice.
Am I the clickbait? Look at this.
Especially since I'm
I the clickbait?
Pretty drunk.
Listen, bro, you did that all on your own, but I appreciate it.
It's the best.
Dude, so how long have you actually been in Joburg for? It must be about 6 months now.
Almost 8 months now.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It seems like yesterday.
Yeah. That was about 8 months.
Yeah,
roughly,
that's
give or
crazy,
take.
man. But you're loving it, eh?
I haven't experienced a lot of it yet. Obviously, because it's lockdown and Joburg is huge.
Yeah.
So I'm still finding my feet here.
Did you go into any of the Deadline shows?
No.
Because they had a couple of shows recently.
I didn't. I remember I was supposed to go to one, then I had a work commitment, and then there was another. No, I did go to one. End of last year. I think I went to their last show that they did.
Oh no,
last year.
they've been jamming
Recently,
a couple of shows. 2021. Like you guys are having shows. It's crazy because there are shows here, but they are on a lot smaller scale.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. I don't even know if I went to a show if I'd feel all that comfortable. It's also with a lot of people like, are they there yet? Listen, I'm about 10 years older than you, bro. So I could get affected pretty badly.
Don't die, Gareth.
I'm not gonna die, bro.
No dying.
I'm a little overweight these days, so.
Yes, it's pretty. Like I've been feeling that as well. Like, check art smiling. Yeah, yes.
Speaking of overweight, I've actually been doing a banting thing for a week now.
Teach me, sir.
Yeah. But banting means that you go from beers to straight fucking Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
Like, is that better? Is that really better?
Dude, basically, just cut out all carbs and sugars for a while, and you'll be okay.
I did that when I was gymming I think between 2018 and 2019, I was gymming quite regularly, and I cut out sugars, I cut out carbs. Bread was non-existent in my life. But the thing I forgot to cut out and would have actually helped me a lot more was dairy. I needed to get rid of dairy.
I truly believe that I'm like lactose intolerant, dude. Like,
I'm lactose intolerant, but that's because I went through a mission of trying to wean myself into having coffee without milk. And then for a while, I didn't have any milk for a while. And then I decided to have a bowl of cereal, and I shat myself.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll fucking do it right there, bro. Because, yeah, I mean, like, listen, 1 cup of coffee, my stomach's going, bro.
Dude, where in Joburg are you right now?
I'm in Malanshof in Randburg.
Where?
Malanshof.
Randburg, yeah.
In Randburg.
Oh, in Randburg. Oh, you should go around the corner and say hi to my cousin. That's how it works.
I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we're very central here. We're 5 minutes from Rumors Lounge. We're 5 minutes from
Oh, wow.
Sonage.
That's cool.
It's nice, dude. It's refreshing.
The last time I went to
Shout out
Joburg-
Fred.
Yeah, the last
Shout out
time I
to
went
Fred,
to
yeah.
Joburg was actually, I really enjoyed my time in Joburg. The people there are a lot different to Cape Town. Like, a lot different.
Dude, got to
And
be
it's
honest
nice.
with you. I always say this. I mean, I wouldn't really want to live in Johannesburg. I mean, it's just not. I mean, I like to be by the beach and all that kind of shit. The friendliest people in the world.
Dude, I had the best time with people. I had no idea whose name they were.
Yeah,
it
bro.
was the coolest. I mean,
Yeah, dude.
shit. We were in I went to Parktown. I went to I can't remember the names, but we went there and we made buddies with people. There were 2 tables down in the restaurant,
bro.
and we were just having a jol. Joburg is for
Dude,
for
it's the
friendliness.
best.
Joburg is the best.
100%.
But
I've
I
never met
wouldn't live
friendlier people, bro. I went to like Denver, Colorado, and coming from Cape Town, there's a bit of a clique every now and again. People hang out with each other and they stick together and the whole band shit. Go over to America, and fucking everybody's your best friend, and then you get the same vibe. I arrive in Joburg. If there's people that I meet in connection with whatever we're doing, the nicest people ever. It's so crazy. So shout out all the people living in Joburg. We love you guys, and I can imagine that's what kind of like sparked you to go and move there, dude,
Well,
and
I've
do
been
your thing.
here like back and forth between here and Cape Town probably a handful of times. 7 or 8 times I've been around.
Yeah,
this
but you
side.
never lived there.
But I never lived here. I mean, I was here for a week or so, maybe a little less than a week when I was doing the Varkan battle stuff. But Joburg kind of won me over with its people for sure. Like I really, but between that, having friends already decide that I don't get to spend a lot of time with, because obviously in Cape Town, just to have that opportunity to properly connect with the friends that I have here has been really good for me mentally as well. It's not the same the whole time, because Joburg is so big, you see all different flavors of different people all the time, which I think is really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. But yeah, like in terms of coming here and doing the band stuff, Rock, I mean, so, okay, this is also an announcement. I don't know if a lot of people
Let's
know
go,
this.
bro. Let's go. Exclusive.
Exclusive. It's technically an exclusive, but also kind of not. I don't know.
That's cool.
So Pete from Sunken State, my homie, he's now the drummer for Rhakshah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Filling-
Dude, that looks solid. I remember seeing that one video of them at Ramfest.
That
Dude's
boy's
got
power.
groove for days, bro. Groove for days.
Groove and straight power. Like he moves that kid, and that's what we need. I want to hear that ring shot, be that, and it's refreshing because a lot of people may not know this, but Pete and I were in our first band together when we were kids.
Crazy.
It was like 4 of us. The guitarist moved to Scotland. His name is Andrew, still really, really a close friend of mine, and Pete's as well. And there was another guy named Vaughn who had a stint in the Metalist. I don't know if you remember that group.
I know Vaughn Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had this little garage thing when we were like fucking 14 or 15 or something. And Pete and I connected a few months before that, and then obviously like the three of us like have remained in contact for. And I don't know where the fuck he is.
No,
or
no,
what
no.
he's doing.
He sent me a couple of DMs, dude. He's still
sweet.
going. I think he was the last time he messaged me. He was repping Agra. I think it was. I can't remember.
Really?
Something. Yeah. I mean,
That's
yeah.
very.
I don't know. He said, or maybe he's a fan. He said, please get Agra on your show. But the last time I heard from him, he was like, get Agra on your show. So.
Well, Cliff, if you're watching, come be on Papa G's house.
There we go. Yeah. There we go, bro.
I'd be game for aggro any day.
Yeah. But that was the
Clifford
last
Crab.
conversation that we had.
Where are
but
you,
yeah,
sir?
dude, well, hit us in the DMs, hit us in the chats.
Yeah,
Then we'll find out.
But I think Cliff is still in Ireland.
Cliff? From Agra.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that band extremely well.
Oh, you don't?
He
Okay.
just said, please, can you get Agra on your show? And I was
Well,
like, sweet.
I'll message Cliff and then I'll tell him get on Papa G's house. And maybe
Let's
he'll
go,
do it.
baby.
Yeah.
Let's do this. You know what? At the end of the day, I heard of another band recently. The dude who's doing my floors, he's like, "Do you know this band?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, they were South African. They were metal in the '90s and stuff." So I said, "Well, I would love to chat to them because what I want to do is I want to explore the history of South African metal kind of thing,
Hell yeah, dude.
and tell the story." So anyone who was in a metal band, I've been chatting to Warren. I chatted to, who did I chat to the other day? Fuck, I can't remember. But anyway,
Someone.
someone.
Warren
Anyway,
Gibson?
so what? I think it was Warren. But I
Unplugged
can't.
music?
Yes, yeah, no. But Warren and I chat often to chat to different. Dude, Nathaniel Shannon and the Vanishing Twin. Check that out. Definitely, that was a fun and Warren set me up with that. That was awesome.
We got some cool comments in here. First from GDPBP. GDPP.
QDBP.
First, he said, drink Sambuca. Makes you sweat.
Ish.
Should lose calories with the poison. Ha.
Ooh.
And then he also said, yo, I tried it once and then once again that same night. Never again. That's after I said Sambuca. That was big when I was in high school.
Okay.
But then Julian,
Yeah.
Aggro had a radio hit with a death metal cover of Stand By Me in the 90s. I did
want
not
to
know that.
stand
I didn't know
by
that.
me.
Dude, Aggro, I mean, shit.
Julian, send me a DM on that shit. I want
Do
to
you know
hear
what? To
that.
be
Yeah.
honest with you, I'm yet to have Julian on the show.
Really?
We totally should have Julian on the show.
That's
You
crazy.
should have had Julian ages ago. What's wrong with you?
Dude, let's set it up. Let's
Okay,
set it up.
Julian, we're gonna contact you. We're gonna sort it out for next week or the week after, whatever's your availability.
Dude, so Nate, what's
Yeah.
happening? When you punted the show that you were going to be on the show, and the one thing that you were going to talk about is your involvement with M4A. What's happening there?
Okay, so I can't talk about too much, but I can talk about the little things.
You shouldn't advertise it then, okay?
Hey! I'm giving you a scoop.
Listen, I'm going to get as much as I can out of you, son of a bitch.
You son of a-
I must create a graphic for this kind of stuff whenever we have a scoop or exclusive.
Yeah, let's go. Exclusive. Let's go.
Oh, no, you just need this, Art.
Can't see you, dude.
Get my bloody face off there. Come stand here. I'm tired of seeing myself.
Dude, you know what? Actually, Nathan, after the show, stay on. I'm going to screen cap you doing that, and then I'll make something for
Fucking
okay, just stay on after.
Let's do that. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, so M4A stuff.
Yeah.
So Winterfest is happening. The way things are going right now, we aren't doing a stereotypical Winterfest like we've done. Like when I say stereotypical, I mean the live aspect.
Yeah.
We are still going to be doing it online, but we may or may not. It's still up in the air at the moment, but there's a good possibility that we will have a live element to a degree. Obviously, within the restrictions of COVID, the restrictions of the law, naturally, and maybe have a few bands doing a live performance as well, and include that in the broadcast. Which I think would be really cool. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done. So nothing in stone, but that's the goal and the idea right now. And I think if we can pull that off, I think a lot of people, especially the people that are sick and tired of sitting and watching shows on their screen, who actually want to be involved, especially the Cape Town metal community that actually want to go and enjoy this, there might be an opportunity for that. So I think that's a really big step in the right direction, for, you know, keeping the festival and the vibe alive, and still promoting safety, and still, you know, staying within the lines, not blurring them too much, not crossing them, you know, like Gauteng. Like we're walking over lines here.
Listen, you're selling your town short there, bro.
They can hate me forever. It's fine.
Nobody cares. Eh?
You know what? It's great though, because a lot of people here are so open-minded around this whole situation, and there are people still being very safe. I mean, there are people going to shows, they don't take the mask off unless they're like having a slig or a sip or something. A lot of people aren't doing that. I mean, that's their prerogative. If that's how they want to walk around, if they get in shit, that's their problem.
Sure.
But we're going to be safe, and we're going to ensure that the correct parameters are in place, so that should that portion of the show be concrete or be happening, then, you know, at least everybody's bases are covered, and everyone can be safe and still enjoy a fucking metal show, which is something that everyone, and I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say this, that everybody is just clamoring for at the moment.
True.
Yeah, I remember metal shows. I remember what they were like.
Yeah, me too, dude. I mean, listen, I can't tell you how excited I am to go. I'm actually sleeping at Mike's house tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
I'm taking a bunch of beers and
Onto a fridge.
Listen, anybody in Durbanville, hit a brother up. If you want to party, I'm going to be in Durbanville tomorrow night. Don't tell Mike Kubik or Ramon or any of those dudes, but I'm going to party tomorrow night, bro. I'm doing band practice. We're getting there 7 o'clock. We're going to jam, and then your boy's going wild.
Like it. Good to see you still going ham like always.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, listen, I got my first taste. I had my first draft beer since the 26th of March 2020 last weekend.
Wow.
And it was the first time that I went to a restaurant as well.
How was that first sip?
I mean, you know what? Before the first sip, it was the weirdest thing. Also, walking into a restaurant, you know, open plan outside restaurant, and I walked in and I was the only one with a mask on.
Really?
Besides the waitresses and whatnot. Then they were all standing at, you know, when you walk into a place, they like greet you. Everybody else, I mean, because they're all sitting at their table, so they take their mask off and stuff. And I got there and I was like, holy shit. I'm like the only guy with a mask. I went and sat down, took my mask off, and I was like, holy shit. There's like a bunch of people here.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's weird.
It was so
weird.
bizarre, dude.
When we went
COVID
to go
has
to
changed
restaurants,
everything, man.
totally, dude. I mean, like when Carol and myself, we went to go get some grub the other day at a restaurant, and it just felt weird taking the mask off when you see other people.
Yeah, totally, dude. It's kind of like brainwashed us to like, you know, it's not normal to not wear a mask. I mean, I'm a big fan of keeping safe and all that kind of stuff. Hence, I've literally not been anywhere. But the fact remains is I haven't been anywhere, so I haven't experienced any of that kind of stuff. And I think that's also could be detrimental to one's psyche, because you go out and it feels completely abnormal to you. And that's exactly what happened to me. But anyway, moving on from that. So the Made for Africa, you can't say much. It is gonna there is movement. We are gonna be getting another.
There is positive movement.
Awesome,
and the team has grown as well. I've recently recruited somebody from the side. We actually have 2 people now from Joburg that is part of the crew, which is really cool. One of them very well known. The other one is basically when you met me in 2014. I would say like this guy's in a very similar
younger
position.
version of you, basically.
Well, he's his own man. Don't get me wrong. But he's definitely got the same drive and ambition and the the energy for it. Like my energy is depleted over the years, as you know, as you get older. Just, but this guy has got he's got the factor that when I say they, I mean the organizational front that found me and picked me up out of obscurity.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know.
Shout out to Puller.
Yeah. Shout out to old Puller. I'm talking about. I think I know you talking about. But yeah, that's cool, man.
But I'm not gonna like openly like announce it now. I think that
sure.
deserves its own segment. I think Pat and I can come on the show at some point and we can both back and forth with it.
You know, always love a chinwag with old Patrick. With old
Patty McD. Yeah, always a good conversationalist for sure.
Dude, amazing.
So, you know, we've got the team growing as well, which is really important because a lot of the workload, for the most part, and it's unfortunate, a lot of it does still fall on Pat. We've been trying to sort of spread it out more and more and more, but it's been very difficult because it's not just a responsibility, but there's a lot of logistical shit that's involved, and it can be very, very difficult to manage that, especially if you're handing it off to somebody else.
Yeah, but he's not the type of guy to hand much off, you know, at the same time.
Look, it's difficult, but I think even Pat's coming to a point in his life where he needs to. Otherwise, he's going to burn out, and then we're going to lose him, and we can't do that. So we have to ensure that we're pulling our weight as well. And I think when the time comes for the next show to happen, personally, from my standpoint, I would like it if Pat could actually just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show for once. Which
he's not going to do that.
Of course he's not. But there will be a time, like as the show's coming, like as it's like sort of weaning off, it's coming to the end of it. You know, he will then go and he'll socialize and he'll enjoy it. But I mean, the last festival he socialized, he was more in Discord than I was.
Well, I mean, look, even in the when we were doing live shows like the Metal for Africa, Summerfest and Winterfest, you know, usually towards the end of the show, he's far more like, you know,
because the weight's off.
Beer. Yeah, exactly. The stuff's done. But but that's what I love about him. You know, execute, and once the execution is done, then you can celebrate or you know, have fun.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
what was that?
Firstly, can we push Patrick's thing, his donation thing for? Remember,
True
like
Believers.
he had like,
True Believers.
True Believers. Yes. Can we push that again?
We should.
Because I definitely think we need to push that a bit more. Because Patrick is, I mean, I went to college with the guy. I was studying graphic design with him, and he's the same person as he was then. He's totally selfless. He's totally, you know, for everybody, and I would really like to push.
Yeah, well, we need to get him on. I mean, it's truebelievers.co.za, right?
Truebelievers.co.za. Yes.
I think there's a conversation there that only he can have with you guys. I'm not going to speak on his behalf in terms of True Believers. I can speak on an M4A standpoint, but True Believers, that's all Pat. I don't want to encroach on that. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm actually, yeah, we should get him on and chat, dude. It's been a long time since we've chatted to Pat, so let's leave it at that. Yes. And then dude, Nate, in terms of, you know, we know that is all coming, but musically, I mean, I can see through your social media and stuff, you're spending a lot of time with the Sunken State dudes. It seems to be that there's something boiling over there. It's either with you and the boys, there's a side project or something happening. You on stage with them the whole time, doing like guest vocals and whatnot. What's happening?
No, the stage thing was a one-off.
Okay.
No, that I literally.
But you can see how it seems from an outsider's point of view. You know,
I can, and that's cool. But the spotlight needs to be on them.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not there to take any spotlight away from fucking.
Well, they got
anybody.
EP of the year last year, bro. There's no spotlight off them, so
that's fair. So we did actually. It's kind of funny because that whole setup of the guest performance happened the day I got here. Ironically,
but it just seems like you got a good relationship with the guys.
They're great dudes. They really are. They're genuine. They love what they're doing. They're passionate about it, and they're driven. So it's really good to be able to support a band that has a way forward, And Matt Swanepoel, he's their main oak, like in terms of writing and whatever else, like the composition. He is, in my opinion, a very, very complex and like talented individual in terms of being just like a musical mind. Like he's got the correct musical mind. He's just very young. So
How young? How young are we talking?
I think I'm going to get crucified if I get this wrong. I think he's 23, 22, 23.
Plenty of time.
He's got all the time in the world to do what he loves to do, and he's fucking good at it. Like, I've seen the oak in his work mode. He's fucking good at it. Like in person, he's a bit of a, he's not super open and super like, what's the term?
Approachable.
He's approachable, but he's not.
But it seems like that. I mean, that's usually what happens when you deal with a very creative person.
Yeah. Like there's a lot going on, but he's also like he's easy to talk to, but don't expect him to like go into the nitty gritty and the details of what he does. But it's really fascinating to watch such a young dude just come out of out of nowhere with this fucking great project. And they're able to grab the attention of so many people.
Dude, their
all at once.
music is fire. I love it.
So good.
Very good.
It's actually I couldn't believe when I first heard it. Obviously I nitpick because I'm an idiot. But besides the point, overall the product was fucking great.
Of course.
And this is not me sucking Sunken State's dick or anything, but they've got the potential to be something more. They could be our next export. They could, dude. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. Like they're like, I swear to God, like if I could book the show or book the tour, I would be like, listen, here's Gallows, here's Sunken State, go.
Just Gallows. I saw Gallows' bloody social media. They've got one of those quad cortexes now, bro. One of those neural DSP thingamabobs. I was like, what the fuck? And then and next to it they had the Seymour Duncan Palladium pedal, and I was like, geez, what is going on? These guys they are taking every opportunity they can, and they're just writing music with the latest technology and stuff like that. I mean, it's awesome.
It's great. And I'm a big fan of Regan. That he's a monster vocalist.
Yeah, of course.
That's a whole nother beast. And Regan, if you're watching or if you ever watch this, you and I, we're gonna work, sir.
Yeah,
we're gonna do some shit.
Yeah, he's talented as fuck.
Absolutely. I recently, there's some other shit that I did. But out of my usual shenanigans, I went to Volvadinia's music video shoot when they were all doing like they were all scrambling to get this package together because Luke, as you may or may not know, lives in the UK.
Yes.
So when he comes down, they've got to like squeeze everything in all at once. So Pete and I went to go be part of one of the music videos. I got to play this like sort of like mini boss character thing where
awesome.
So I did the makeup, but I did like an extension of it, and then their makeup artists were like, no, we need more alien blood. Here you go. I'm like, okay, fuck.
That's awesome, dude.
So yeah, that's probably gonna be somewhere in the future. I don't know when they're dropping it. I don't know their dates. I don't know whatever, but it's happening and it's fucking awesome. It's so gonna be cool. It's gonna be fire. Their new album's gonna be fire. Everyone should just go, and if you like heavy stuff, if you like to lose your neck, then Volvadinia's new album, and its concept as well. It's like that back to their alien storytelling vibes, which is really cool.
They really are. I mean, listen, it's about hard work, dedication, and grit, and that's what they're doing. So
Yeah.
much respect to them, dude.
They work fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus.
I mean, and then you also got Chris N. He's coming out with his Flow State. I don't know if it's Flow State, but he's.
I think it's
coming
Flow
out with-
State. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Flow State.
Yeah.
His new album and stuff. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually gonna hopefully chat to him soon.
You should.
Dude. So. In closing, what can we look out for? What's Nathan McClure up to in the coming months, and what can we expect?
So I'm busy working on Nature Club. Nature Club is my whole Twitch vibe, where I'm still piecing it together. I'm still figuring it out. I don't know exactly what the fuck I want to do, like, if I'm honest. But I'm starting it. I'm on again, off again. Still putting it together. But if you guys want to keep up with me and keep up with all my shenanigans and all the bullshit that I'm involved in, then
Number one bullshit.
I
I agree with this.
go check out.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Am I gonna fucking punt or are you gonna?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go for it.
Over. Go check out twitch.tv/Nature Club. Also Instagram, whatever. There will be new Rhakshah at some point.
Some point.
There will be.
I like it.
It's in the works. There are demos.
We need to hear those voice. We need to hear those gutturals and those highs and those mids and those. Dude, you've got the talent, dude.
I'll give you an idea of what's gonna happen. Fewer highs, more mids, more cleans, more gutturals, more angelic haunting of Cat Goss's fucking imagination.
Okay.
And grooves from old Pete, which is going to be fucking rad. I'm really looking forward to that. We are going to be a lot more groove orientated than we are going to be a tech death band.
That sounds like music to my ears, bro. I love the groove, eh? I love the groove.
You and I both, brother.
And I both.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do groove metal for so long, and I just never had... I never had a vision for it, but now I do. And I've got all of these people, especially Nick. Nick has been a fucking powerhouse in this whole thing, and he's young as well. What are you doing?
Drew says in the comments, more groove.
More groove. Let's go.
He also said earlier, let's see, virtual reality M4A concerts would be nice, or download should come in the future. And then he also said, what did he say here? Build in Unreal Engine, etc. Jesus, dude, where are you going to get all the team to do that?
Like Unreal Engine.
Show me the
stream
guy
it on
with
your
the expertise.
PS5. Stream it on your PS5. Yeah. Anyway, but that's awesome, dude. Dude, Nate, it's so good to see your face, dude. And you know what I must say?
It's good to see your face, bro.
I gotta tell Art, dude. I sent him the pre thumbs and the graphics, and he was like, "Don't you want a more updated? I've got 20 centimeters of hair now." I'm like, "Oh no, it should be cool. I don't do the graphics. We can settle, dude. But your hair is fucking long, dude. It's like where have you been?"
Well, last year, the entire duration, because we did Ramfest, and two weeks before Ramfest, I got them dreaded. Like, I had the dreads for a while, but that was for Ruck. That wasn't for anything else. Like, I wanted dreads for the character. So after that, lockdown happened, and I couldn't go anywhere to get them maintained.
Yeah.
Because everything was fucked.
Sure.
So when I got here, a very good friend of mine, Simone, she's fucking a magician with hair, and she managed to get those dreads out, and that took days. And and then they came out, and then I realized, like, holy shit, hair happens.
Yes,
so while they were all locked up, they just grew and grew and grew, and like you can actually you can see
it's still a bit teased
from here,
where
the blonde is. From here to here is how much it grew in 8 months.
Wow.
So
crazy,
that's the start of that was from the end of Ramfest.
Yeah.
Wow,
crazy, dude. Yeah, that's a lot of hair growth there.
It's fucking nuts.
Jeez,
By the way, your Ramfest set was awesome. I really loved it.
You were in front, and I was so happy to see you there.
It was great. I loved it, man. I loved it.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate
No, dude.
that.
I mean, I remember that set, and I was like, that. You know what? Another. You know, obviously, Rhakshah's set was great, but you know what? Another set that I really enjoyed, but like, it like touched me in my body cavity. It was the Human Nebula set, dude.
Yeah, that was
That
good.
was fucking
yeah.
great. I
Fucking
really
yeah!
enjoyed it.
Shout out to Human Nebula.
Yes,
Hey,
yeah, Gareth.
I spoke to. Okay, she's not in Human Nebula, but I spoke to
Marty,
Marty today.
yeah. Shout out High Wraith.
Yes.
And she's, you know, actually shout out Marty. She released the Grease rendition on a piano on a very melancholy version of the Grease anthem. I got shoes, they multiply, and
Really?
Beautiful.
like melancholy version. It was beautiful. Go check that out. Marty did
Chef's kiss.
But then also, you know, Gareth Reed has changed his Instagram to Gareth Throat Gravy. I thought that was quite cool because, I mean, obviously, Human Nebula and stuff, it's just the Throat Gravy.
Throat
Riddle
Gravy.
Break,
Oh,
Riddle Break
God.
is on the guitars and stuff. So, yeah, shout out Gareth Throat Gravy Reed. But, yeah, everybody, it's good to chat to you, my brother, Nathan McClure. I can't wait to chat to you again, dude. It's always fun, eh? We always take the piss and we always have a jaw. It's the best.
I miss you, Papa G.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know what? I'm going to be making my way up to Joburg at some stage. So I hope you can house me for a minute. And,
Absolutely. We've got all the space in the world, bro.
for sure.
You're
And
welcome.
then we can maybe record a little bit of episode on the road or something like that. It would
Fuck
be
yeah.
great to see you.
I've got a
I
setup
love
here.
you, dude. I love you, dude. I can't wait to see you again. But anything you got to say to the Nathan McClure Rhakshah fans right now? Follow me on Twitch.
Follow me on Twitch. Don't be cock, be just.
There we go.
You must get a thought in there, and then
Yeah.
at least you'll get some views.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Someone, yeah,
Jeez,
any,
I thought about it, but I don't know.
any of my homies who into that OnlyFans vibe, just like give me a call. 'Cause Jesus
sure,
Christ, send help.
OnlyFans, that's too expensive.
Yeah. Follow me at $10 a month. Fuck off. All right, bro. Well, we're gonna kill it at that, Mr. McClure. I love to
Cheers,
see your
bro.
face.
Cheers.
It's been a
Cheers.
long time.
Thank you, boys.
since
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, 100%. Go well. Keep that hair growing. Tease it to the max till I see you next, brother. Much love.
Big love, man.
Signing out the Ruck Chief. Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
All right, that was Nathan McClure of Rhakshah and many others. Thank you for joining our makeshift episode of Papa G's house. You know, I've been staring at your camera the whole time, and I was like, why couldn't you just pull the curtain a little bit more to your left?
Wait.
Yeah. Listen, that could have happened in the beginning of the show, all right? So, first of all, thank you to everybody who's tuned in. If you haven't yet, click a subscribe. Thank you for enduring all the bullshit that we've had to endure today. Oh, shit. But it's been a great episode. You know what? It was fun. We've got our backup machine now. Because what people don't know is we're not using our typical equipment because everything's packed away. We've got a backup system now. Now that if ever that system breaks down, we know we can go back to the
Dude,
system.
that was literally the most stressful 30 minutes of my life.
I know. And you know what, dude? And I was doing my best not to badger you because remember the last time we got under pressure, you're like, I'm doing it now, you motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's just me being a dick. That's me being funny. But Julian said that when we said that we need to get him on, he says, haha, I actually set up my mic yesterday. So
let's
he
go.
set up, and then he said also, yes, that Ramfest talking about Rhakshah set was 10 out of 10.
It was 11 out of 10 for me. But it was great.
Dude, I loved it. Because they were before you guys, weren't they?
They were. It was Human Nebula, and then it was Rhakshah, and then it was us.
Yeah.
But the Rhakshah set, I mean, wow. I mean, also the thing you need to understand is Nathan, throughout the years, he absorbed information and did all the things that I've known this dude for many, many years. His stage presence is something it's excellent. So I look forward to checking Nathan on stage again, because I mean, also with the two-faced vibe, it just brought some suspense, some entertainment, it's something that, you know, the stage needs. And shout out to Nathan McClure. I love that guy.
Ollie
And I
just
love his
commented-
stage performances as well.
Ollie just commented, big love, dudes.
Big love, man. Big love to everybody. It was good.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit of a nostalgia chat tonight. Because you know, a lot of people don't understand. Nathan and I go back a long way, long before any of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, like Nathan and myself, I mean, we don't go way back, but since the first time we engaged, which was at a show.
Yeah.
And then we like said, how's it? And the next show it was like, how's it? The next show was like, we
Well, just-
bros. And then like I see him play, and then he sees me play, and it's just an awesome time.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. He's awesome.
Well, just
I
from
missed the tie though, dude. You should have worn your tie.
well, just from that point of view is that you got to understand. From my point of view, we Atlantic South wrote their first single in 2014. Carl Puller was the person who mixed and mastered it and recorded and stuff, and Nate was with him the entire time.
Yep.
And that's how I got to meet Nate. And it was at embryo sessions of my Atlantic South career, him being involved with the Bulger scene and the Hammer the Masses and all that kind of stuff with Carl, growing up listening to that shit.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, we'll always have a connection to Mr. McClure. So thank you so much, guys. If you guys want to follow Rhakshah, follow him at Rhakshah on Instagram and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But it's been a great episode, and there's nothing else more to say. But this is Papa G's House, episode 82 with Nathan McClure of Rhakshah and Mo. Same time, same place. Next week. Until then, we say peace.
I don't wanna go.
Okay, dude, just hang on there.